Times they can be great, other times they can be not so great. And the reality is that of all the partnerships I have had, for whatever reasons, not many have worked out. Now I've had partnerships many years ago that for logistical reasons didn't work out because technology wise it wasn't possible many 20 odd years ago to tele partner as it were now like it is now. But the reality is even now, for instance, this year I've had a partnership and that partnership hasn't worked out too well because one side wasn't telling the full truth about progress of the project, causing many problems and after effects of those lies being told essentially. Sometimes partnerships are necessary to move forward in business. For instance, I have zero coding skills. So some of the partnerships that I've had involved developing software and I've had partners to develop that software. But let me tell you now, certainly from a point of view of developers and coders, they're a different breed altogether. If you're a business person wanting to get into partnership with a coder, my advice to you would be find a way of paying that coder to do the job and not enter into a partnership with them. One of my best friends, Richard, he has built a very successful software company and he and I actually partners on stuff before. But he has now got a great team of successful developers, but he pays them on a per job basis, and some of them he employs full time. And that works so much better for him. One of the other great things is, yes, you've got to sacrifice the upfront money and whatever it is you're doing, but you've got 100% of the product. And that's the case in many businesses. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not completely dissing partnerships. Some partnerships work. Some partnerships work really well. I think it depends on what kind of person you are. Personally, me, I'm not the type of person that works well in a partnership. And it's took me a long time to learn that because I have my own very specific idea set. I have my own way of working. And there's not a lot of partnerships that would work with me, if I'm really honest. If you've got a situation where you're looking to get a partnership, ask yourself a few questions. How well do I know this person? Can I completely trust them? And are our goals aligned? What are you doing the partnership for? Is it to earn income on a monthly basis? Is it to build a company up so that you can sell it off? What are the actual goals of what you're entering into the partnership going to be? And what's the exit strategy? Because not that many partnerships work long term, forever and ever, and there's got to be an exit strategy. So ask yourself what the exit strategy is going to be for this partnership. Is it to sell the company? Is it to develop some products and sell them off? What is it? And get that firmly in your mind and your potential partner's mind. The other thing to do is always get everything in writing, down to the smallest detail. I'm not a details person, but I have learned that you should get absolutely everything down in writing if you're going to enter into a partnership. And look at it from a point of view of, if you're looking to get into a partnership, do I have to get into a partnership? Now, like I've said earlier, some skill sets, if you're in business, some skill sets need external help. And if you're not in a situation where you're able to employ that person on a per job or a full-time basis, maybe you need to look at a partnership. One of the best partnerships I know, friends of mine, Simon and Jeremy, they made millions of dollars together before they even met each other. They were on different continents. And they are a shining light of how well partnerships can actually work, because 10 years on, their partnership is stronger than ever, their business is stronger than ever, and it works very well. But it works very well because they've each got their own very specific roles. They're each good at what they're doing, and it works well. So I'm not completely dissing partnerships. What I'm saying is, if you're looking to get into partnerships, be careful and ask yourself those questions I've just said. For instance, like I said earlier, for me, a partnership, which was a pretty big deal this year, hasn't worked very well because essentially, for many reasons, our initial goals were the same, but it turns out that the other side is not, and hasn't necessarily told the truth about the progress of things, which of course causes an after effect and what have you. So that's my take on partnerships. I hope it helps. I hope it makes you think, and I'll keep it real, and I'll catch you soon.